Hello, everyone. Well, because a cold front's going to be arriving in the mid-afternoon, we are going to avoid the worst of the heat. But before it gets here, it is going to be hot early this afternoon. We're talking about feels-like temperatures in much of the region in the mid to upper 90s, and there could be a couple spots that still see briefly feels-like temperatures reach the low triple digits. Well, one thing that also is going to help is that it's going to get windy early this afternoon. That's going to continue through the late afternoon hours with gusts getting up to around 30 miles per hour. So let's talk about the cold front. I do think it's going to be right over Chicago about 1 o'clock this afternoon. So that's when I'll begin the rain chance in the region. And unfortunately, chance for severe storms as well because of these very hot, very humid conditions and this colder, dry air working in. That's the ultimate clash, the ingredients you need for storms and possibly severe storms. So it looks like the front will be right in the heart of the region about 3 o'clock. So this is our best opportunity at possibly seeing a couple of severe storms that could produce damaging wind and hail. Now, the chance for severe storms, I think, will be over with by 5 o'clock. So no longer concerned after 5 o'clock about damaging wind or hail, but we're not done with the thunderstorms just yet. The chance for heavy rain is going to continue after 5 o'clock because guess what? We're going to see a secondary cold front come in, and that's going to keep the rain chance going. And so after 5 o'clock, I do have to mention the chance for flooding because some places will have already seen some heavy rain with the initial cold front, and then we're going to see some more heavy rain in spots. So won't be widespread, but could we talking about a few flooded roads? Yes. And that's going to continue through the evening hours. So there's 5 o'clock. Also got to mention, so a good chance of rain, encountering heavy rain for the homebound commute as well. And I guess we're going to call it scattered activity at 8 o'clock this evening, though less likely there'll be heavy rain, but I'm still going to keep the chance in there. In fact, I'm going to keep the chance in for heavy rain, though isolated at this point, even at 11 o'clock. Notice gaps showing up, but we'll call it isolated activity, possibly one or two storms that could still be dumping some heavy rain. By the time we get to 2 a.m., though, I'm no longer concerned about any heavy rain. I think it'll just be isolated showers at this point, and we'll probably see less and less as we go through the overnight hours, but I have to keep the smallest of chances in there for the morning commute tomorrow morning. There could be a stray shower or two, but I do think most of us are going to have a dry Thursday morning commute. So, focusing in on the severe threat. What are we most concerned about? As far as damaging wind and hail, that's from, again, 1 o'clock this afternoon until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so most likely time around 3 o'clock. Biggest thing I'm concerned about is some damaging wind gusts. In a worst case scenario, I think we could see in a couple spots wind gusts get up to 60 miles per hour. More likely, we're probably going to see those gusts 30, 40 miles per hour, but we're leaving the chance in a couple spots for seeing the wind gusts get up to 60 miles per hour. Now, hail is a possibility as well, though I think we're going to just see hail in a couple spots. And the worst case, we're talking quarter-size hail. It'll probably be smaller than that, so I think there'll be more strong wind than hail, but we'll still leave the chance in there. And got to mention a low chance of flooding as well, because most of us are probably only going to see about an inch of rain when it's all said and done. And remember, the flood threat is really for late this afternoon, after 5 o'clock through the evening hours. Most of us only seen about an inch of rain, but I do think a few spots will end up seeing 3 inches of rain. And particularly if that occurs in a low-lying or poorly drained location, then we could be talking about a few flooded roads.